I'm Splashes, and today we have a pretty interesting farm to show you. So, the new snapshot for 1.16 20W13A just dropped today, and one of the things it introduced was basalt farming. So basically how this works is if we drop down here, if we put a piece of soul sand down, and let me just build up, let's just put some glass out on the outside here so stuff doesn't flow around on us. And we put a piece of blue ice here, and a lava bucket here. When the lava bucket flows in to the soul sand against the blue ice, it produces basalt. So using this idea, we've gone ahead and created this automatic basalt farm. Now this farm in this configuration will produce about 57,500 blocks an hour, which is pretty fast. We have 2 redstone clocks basically controlling the whole thing. This first redstone clock controls these modules to have it fire roughly every 1.5 seconds, and inside we have 3 items in this hopper. This one we fire to take a little bit longer, and this one we have 9 items in this hopper. If you were to build this in reality, I assume you would use a TNT duper rather than this dispenser and this piece of obsidian that we're using for example. Now, with these blocks, in order to get the most amount of blocks out of it as you can, you want the basalt to be coming in 1 block away from where the TNT hits, so that when this thing fully closes, which I can go ahead and just run this piston portion of the farm by popping this guy off, turn this on, you'll see that these pistons generate the basalt and then quickly push it out until it forms this sort of square thing. And the square is 3x3, and the TNT explodes in the middle. Now if we turn this back on, our TNT will start running, and it will blow up the blocks. And those blocks then of course fall down into this collection system, while this system resumes filling in the TNT again. So it is a pretty nice and simple farm. If you do choose to build this, though, I suggest either making your bottom material here out of something a bit sturdier than concrete, or putting it a little bit further down, because this is too high up and it sometimes get a little bit broken. Once in a while, blocks do get stuck here on this lower level, or even bounce off to the side like we see over here. But all in all, I think the losses are relatively small, and we are producing we're producing over 57,000 blocks every hour, so it's not like they're that significant. I think we're losing probably 4% or so of all the blocks, which really isn't that bad. So the heart of this machine here is this Basalt Generator. And how this works is we have alternating levels of Basalt Generators on either side of this that push these blocks in together. And then this one fires shortly afterwards to push it forward. So we can go through and build that quickly. Okay, so building this module is actually quite simple here. Just pillar up a few blocks. Now, this thing can be up to 5 blocks tall. Any more than that and the stuff is not going to break. And then go ahead, stick yourself a block here, and pile up your soul soil on either side. Oopsie. 2, 3. Ah! Goodness gracious, I'm struggling here. Okay, and then pop out every other block like this, and then do the same on the opposite side here. And obviously we don't need a block all the way at the top, because that one won't be able to get activated. Now we want to go ahead and put some obsidian on the back sides of these soul soil blocks, just that way our pistons don't screw the other blocks up. Place down some pistons in these gaps. So these things are going to be the soul soil, or the basalt generators. And these pistons will push it into the center, and this set of pistons will push the blocks forward. So it is actually quite simple. Let's go ahead and pile up some blue ice here, just like that. And we don't need the blue ice here, like that. And then, whoopsie, pile up the blue ice here as well. And then on this back side, go ahead and add in our lava. and do the same on the other side. And just like that. And what you see is that these things have already gone ahead and turned into basalt. So with that, the next thing we can go ahead and do is actually wire this guy up. This is really all there is to it. It's a very, very simple build. Go ahead and place yourself some transparent block towers. Okay, once we have these towers out here done on the sides, then make sure here you're going to want a double, or a full block, so not a transparent block. And let's just extend this out to here. Whoopsie. Pop that over there, bring this down. Just like that. Go ahead, stick a repeater here on 1 tick. And then toss all this stuff down here. Just put all the redstone down. Just like that. And that's all there is to it. So if you want to go ahead and test this thing, let's just go ahead and grab ourselves a button. And just, whoopsie, just toss it on here. And we see that the whole thing gets pushed out. And that's all there really is to it. So you just take 4 of these modules and put them around in a circle. And I made it so that these blocks, that you reach the piston push limit when the blocks get to here. So that way it doesn't wind up overextending itself, but you could make this smaller and just put some non-movable objects on the other side. Also, these don't necessarily have to be obsidian. Those can also just be any non-movable object. I think with some modifications, we could actually turn this farm into a dual basalt and cobblestone generator. I also think that we could get it up to 115,000 blocks an hour, or possibly even 230 blocks an hour. But I think that is a project for another day. So with that, I've been Splashes. Thank you for watching. There will be a world download in the description if you want to take a look at this building yourself. And if you have questions or want to talk about it, you can leave a comment underneath this video, or you can reach out to me on Twitter, which will also be in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.